Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Theresa Conway-Hayes, and in today's video I'm going to participate in the hashtag 50 stack challenge 6 with the prompts paper bag and flashcard. So let's go ahead and take a look at my desk and get started. I was very excited just a couple moments ago because all day I've been thinking today is Sunday, and I felt like there were many things that I wanted to finish accomplishing yet today. I'm going to move this in just a little bit so that we can avoid seeing my belly, and move that out of the way. And now I'm happy. So yesterday I was searching all over the place for a flashcard because I had a vintage type flashcard somewhere in my stash, and when I finally wanted to use it because I've had it for a long time, I couldn't find it. So I don't know if it was when I started to go to bed last night or what. All of a sudden I remembered, oh my gosh, I have Tim Holtz flashcards in my stash. So, and I never can come up with an idea, or very infrequently, as to what to do with these, especially the bigger ones. I've used the little ones a bit, but I haven't used the bigger ones. So I got that out to use, and then I went through my bag stash, and I was looking for like a little brown paper sack, lunch sack type thing. I thought I might have had one of those. I may have, but I spotted this and I went, this is a paper sack and it's brown. There are some additional attributes to it other than being brown, but in my world, this fully meets the criteria of the prompt of paper sack. And I know it says paper sack, but maybe it's brown sack. Maybe I wrote the prompt down wrong. But I will take a look at that after I'm done with the video, and I will edit the title as needed. But if it does say brown paper sack, I'm happy that I've met the criteria for this prompt for this challenge. My sack is going to be a pocket, and I think I like the word spark better. So I'm going to take this flashcard and I'm going to tear it in half. And then I'm going to tear off this white. And part is going to go there and part is going to go there. And I think I'll tear even a little bit of this off. That'll go there, and that will go there. I like that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reach over and get my spray bottle, and then I'm gonna go to the other side and get my paints. So how is everyone today? I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to keep that piece because that has a number on it. I had a good day, having a good day. First of all, realizing that it is still Saturday and I've got the rest of Saturday and Sunday to do things that I want to do. I've had lots of exciting moments today. One is that my husband and I went to the nail salon to get my pedicure, and I finally talked my husband into getting a pedicure. And it was so funny. It was so funny. He has very sensitive feet, and he was just white knuckling it through it. And I kept looking at him. I go, "Don't you kick her! Don't you kick her!" And he's like, "I'm trying not to," because he has extremely ticklish feet. And it was so hilarious. You had to be there. So let's try this color. I'm not sure if this is the color I want. And my plan is to put a dab of paint. So my husband is 67 years old, and that was his first pedicure. I don't want that glob, so that's why I keep spraying there. Okay, I'll leave that like that. And then I think what I'll do is I'll try dabbing this one instead of doing what I was doing. And we'll just leave that one like that. And now I've got a mess. I love my little paper towel holder that is a magnet that attaches to my trolley, and my roll of paper towels are right there beside me now. I just love it. And let's go ahead and see what we can do with this. We definitely don't want that white. And there's just so much here that it's not really doing a good job of dabbing. Okay, so let's put that down. We're not going to need this paint anymore. Let's see what we can bring into the mix though. That's way too much. And this is why I don't get a manicure. She didn't ask me. She was really good. This is the best manicure or nail salon technician that I've had in a long time. She didn't push products. She had a bit of an accent, but I was still able to understand her. Actually, I felt like I understood her better than my husband, and my husband has been all over the world and around different accents. And I'm going to start with the paper bag because I'm not really sure where this is going to go. Oh dear, I have a light shirt on. Hang on, I need to go get my apron because it's actually a new shirt too, and I don't want to get paint on it first day. Well, dropping things all over the place. Heck, I should wear this apron when I eat. The amount of times that I drop stuff down the front of me when I'm eating. Alright, let's see where we're going at with this. Need some on this side. And I'm happy. So now we're going to take these off of here. Just a little dab. Throw this way. That's better. Okay. Yes, I'd love to hear how you all are doing, or hear where you're watching the video from, what state you're in, anything that you might feel comfortable in sharing. If you don't feel comfortable to share, that's fine too. I'll try and do enough talking for the both of us. So the reason why I say that is because we are live right now. This is February 22nd, Saturday at 3:11 p.m. Mountain Time. And I usually do go live when I do my videos. I was inspired by Louisa Heinzel, and I bought some of these tongs. I couldn't find black, and I didn't like pink, so I tried covering it up with paint. Looks really grungy and rugged, but I decided that's okay because this is all about junk journaling, so fits in just fine. But I was going to look and see, look for my Sharpie, and I did just wonder if I could take, oops, if I could take the pink off of here, right here. I would like that if I could. It's the little things that bug me. Works a little bit. Just color in the pink a little bit. I'll work on it more later. I just had that idea, so I thought I'd give it a go. Oh, that's weird. It's like the Sharpie takes the paint off of there. Huh, okay. Let's not do that anymore. So I really don't need to use these, but it will be fun to give it a try. Huh. I'm not a left-hander, and trying to squeeze that tight is a challenge for me. And that's the first time that I've tried to use those tweezers since I bought them off of Amazon. It might be too, I don't know if they're going to work for me or not. I mean, I can do it just fine with my right hand, but there's no way I can hold the heat tool with my left hand. Hi, Theresa. You know, I'm not totally disappointed in the purchase because I don't like how the heat gun warps my mat. So even though it's a bit of a struggle for me, you know, something that would work better for me is if it was oh goodness. So if it was a device that came together like that, and then when you push on it, it opens, and then when you release the pressure, then it would hold. That would work better for me. And I've seen that kind of thing before. But like I said, it's not a total disappointment because I can still get this off of my mat. I'm going to try and blow some air on the inside of the bag to just, I'm feeling the heat on my thumb, so that's not pleasant. Yeah, so first of all, I got my tremors to deal with, and then second of all, then maybe a little inflammation due to, you know, some kind of arthritis or something, and which maybe all results in, like, I feel pain when I do that, and results in a lack of strength. So just the combination, this left hand is not very reliable for some things. It still works, thank you, Jesus. And this sack feels pretty dry. So now I can take this, and I want to look at inking this up first. And I don't want to ink it up with brown because I've got too much brown going on here. So let's come up with a different idea. Let's, oh, paint. What is that color? And I don't have it in these. This peeled paint, that would be perfect, I think. Thanks, Theresa. We just learn to work through it, don't we? This feels a little wet still. Okay, let that dry. In the olden days, I would have gone like this. I guess my hand's going to cooperate, so I can do that. It is kind of like that. It's called peeled paint, but I love the color. It's one of my favorite colors. Theresa Church, you have a YouTube channel, don't you? Your name sounds familiar. That's why I was thinking that you do. My other exciting news, oh, that doesn't go there. What am I doing? My other exciting news is that my new baby granddaughter came home from the hospital. So she's out of the NICU. Yay for that. And they sent her home with a oh, okay, all right, you do have a YouTube channel, but you don't get on there very often, and you're Theresa without an HT Church. Oh, that's so nice, Theresa, thank you. She says in the chat, but then I watch you a lot, so that's very kind, thank you. So my granddaughter came home, and they sent her home with a feeding tube. It's called a PICU line or something like that. You nurses will know what that means. We have a lot of nurses in the junk journaling community. Anyways, and oxygen. So I was kind of over here telling my daughter, well, why are they doing that? And blah, blah, blah. Ask why. Find out why. Why can't we do it this way? Why can't she be tested every day instead of every 3 days? What's the holdup? And, you know, I think that, I told her, I think that if you were able to nurse on demand, that the baby would pick up her weight that way. And she's probably losing weight because of some of the things that's being done in the hospital or blah, blah, blah. But I didn't say a lot because I'm miles away. I'm not there. I'm not talking to people. I'm not experiencing it firsthand. And, but at the same time, I'm just as confident that even though I'm not a medical professional, I am an experienced mother who has breastfed all 6 of her children. So, and I've got daughters that have breastfed and grandchildren. So I've got a variety of experience from being in the hospital as a caregiver and an advocate, and I'm 63 years old, so I wasn't born yesterday. So anyways, but I said, you know, be careful what you say. In this world today, you never know when somebody's going to say, oh, you're not good for your baby because you're disagreeing with the nurses or whoever it is that's saying you got to do this. And one thing I asked her about her pediatrician at first, and she said, my pediatrician can't see her because he's not on staff there at the St. Louis Hospital. And I went, okay. So, and I'll just share real quick with you another experience, is that when my youngest daughter was born in the hospital, she was a cesarean section, and next thing I know, a nurse or somebody is coming in and telling me that they're going to rush my baby to the intensive care unit at another hospital, blah, blah, blah. And then shortly after that, you know, just all the alarms being set off and everything. And shortly after that, my OB, because my pediatrician wasn't on staff at that hospital, just like my daughter's situation. So my OB came in to see me, and he said, calm down, don't worry, nothing's going to happen. He said, your baby is pooping, she's peeing, and that's all we need her to do for now. He says, so she's not going to be transferred. She's going to stay here with you. You're going to go home and make an appointment with a specialist and deal with it after you get out of the hospital. And I was like, praise the Lord. And I'd had that doctor for a couple of my kids. One of mine was a natural birth, which was with the daughter that I'm talking about right now. And anyways, so that turned out fine. It's a much lengthier story about that, but that turned out fine. And so when my daughter took her baby to the pediatrician yesterday, the pediatrician said, I hate PIC lines or PICU lines or whatever they are. He took it out, and he said, do what you're planning on doing, nurse the baby on demand. And they even told her in the hospital to not nurse her baby on demand. And and they would say things like, they'd walk in on her and they go, no, 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 we're not allowed to do that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have punched somebody. And so, but anyways, her doctor, her pediatrician said, you're doing everything right. He turned the oxygen level down, and he said, in a couple days, she'll be off the oxygen. And he was perfectly happy with how she looked and how she was doing, and had a good explanatory plan of action for my grandbaby's health care. And thank you for your prayers, Theresa. That's awesome of you. Okay, so I just wanted to bring some distinction between these two, and I still don't like how little of room there is. So I'm going to take a little bit more of this off. And yes, I'm a very opinionated person. Ask anybody who knows me, ask anybody who's related to me, ask anybody that works with me. I'm an opinionated person. And bottom line is, we all, after the COVID fiasco, and yes, that's what I'm calling it, is a COVID fiasco. And again, praise God, that has been made known to many now, and why the different things that happened were credited to COVID and how it was so scary and everything. I'll tell you what, I had it twice and I wasn't scared either one of the times. I never wore a mask outside and that sort of thing. So yeah, Theresa's going to get on a political tangent now, but it's all been out in the open. What I've been saying, and a lot of other people who thought like me have been saying, is come true. I mean, Fossey was even, the doctor was even given a pardon or something before he even got convicted of anything, because he did so many things that were wrong. So I'm very excited that all that information is coming out in the open. I was just reading an IG post earlier about someone who was saying about how she lost her baby, and as a result of the problems, she ended up on a vent. And as a result of being on a vent, and this is a young lady who's in her childbearing years, as a result of that, she ended up with pneumonia, which is what killed a lot of people who went into the hospital for COVID, and then they were chalked up as dying from COVID, where they died because they were put on a vent and they developed pneumonia. And that's just a real brief, non-medical description of a situation, one type scenario. But gee whiz. And I've always believed that just going into the hospital and having any type of anesthesia, surgery, anything like that is a serious thing, and you have to take it seriously, and you have to do things to make sure that you're being careful. Okay, so we've got a pocket with a brown bag with flash card, and my glue is not sticking yet. And I'm going to get off my political tangent because I know not everybody agrees with me, so I'm not here to force anything down your throat. Excuse me, I've got a dry throat. There, hopefully that Pepsi will help. Okay, now I'm thinking that I could fold this in half. See, it's fun to let things develop as you go. Ideas develop. And I'm not anything fancy. I'm not, necessarily a teacher or anything, but I do like to have fun. And my idea really isn't going to work what I was thinking. So I was thinking, like, you have a page. And it still would work. So I was thinking you have a page and you do this as a wraparound on a journal page. And I'm not crazy about the way the words are going, but that's fine. You can have words that way. It could even go this way, like that, and then you'd have a pocket there, and you could have a pocket there, or you could use this as a writing spot. So a lot of times when I am creating ephemera, I will stop at a certain point and leave it so that it's open to be programmed for more things. Like, maybe I might change my mind and maybe want this to be a pocket like this, and then I could put glue here, but then, hi Monica, could glue there and glue there, but that would cover that up, so I wouldn't really like that idea, but it's an option. And then I could put glue there and glue there, and then there could be a pocket here, and there could be a pocket there. And then, like I said, that would stop that from showing. So there are options, and just leaving this like this in my ephemera, pre-made ephemera container, then that leaves us open to options. But before I put this away, I am going to see if I might want to embellish it just a tiny bit more. I want to come back from all that grunginess now. I want to scale it back from all that grunginess just a little bit. So we could do that with a focal point, like a butterfly, see, and lighten it right up. So I like that, but the problem is that this one has sometimes I feel like if I stare at it long enough, the word will come to me. Glossy accents on it, and this one doesn't. So I need, if I'm going to use two, they need to match. This one doesn't have anything on it. This one doesn't have anything on it. Those are both kind of decorated, so I could use both of those. But then if I did that, definitely would not want to do this, because then this butterfly took a little bit of work. So maybe what I will do is I will just put one butterfly on here like that. There, I do like that. Okay, let's do that. See if I got anything else I want to put on the bottom. Thanks for joining the live, and Theresa and Monica, thanks for joining me and saying hi. I really appreciate it when folks do that. Yes, so me and the hubby went and got pedicures. He got his first pedicure ever. He made that girl work for her money, I'll tell you what. Where are you watching from, Monica? What state or country even? Okay. Oops, I didn't glue that yet. And you know what? I've done this before. The glue does not come out when you have the lid on. Yeah, and the grandbaby's home, and my daughter called me, and we'd be talking, and all of a sudden I'd hear little baby noises. And I'd say to my daughter, "Be quiet, the baby's talking." And I said, "Yeah, so when we're talking and the baby makes noise, I want you to quit talking." She goes, "Yeah, I'm getting that." So she's like, "Sure, Mom, you want to hear from the baby, but you don't want to hear from me." I'm like, "Pretty much." And Monica says she's in Illinois, and she's been there for 3 years and is a California girl. I'm thinking Illinois is maybe a little chilly right now. There, I like that a lot. And I do want one more thing. I'm going to need my splatter box for that. And I'm going to get my I have to make some room here on my desk. I do too, Monica. He has such sensitive feet, though. He was making all kinds of faces, and I was sitting there laughing my hiney off, enjoying the show. And now he's in the kitchen doing dishes. Oh. Oh. Looks like we got our new dishes in. Are those the new dishes? Are those the new ones? Yes, that's great. We hang our dishes. We hang our dishes on the wall, like, couple skillets, and yes, he's very ticklish. And I warned that nail lady, I said, don't let him kick you. But so we try to keep the bottoms pretty clean because they're hanging on the wall. But you know, after a while, that's a losing battle, especially when you use a gas stove. Okay, that's enough. All right, now I'm done with this. And I'm very happy with the results. So like I said, pretend this is a journal page, and I can't show it now, but because the white is wet, but you could put the journal, wrap this around the journal page and make that a pocket, and then this side the other side you wouldn't glue down, this side you wouldn't glue down, and that could be a journal spot. Or you could sacrifice this area and make it a pocket like that. But doing it like this gives you options, and that's my favorite type of pre-made ephemera, is pre-made ephemera that gives you options for what you can do with it when you find a journal that you want to put it in. So thank you for joining me here. This is Theresa from sunny Arizona. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. And of which the temperature is probably about 70 degrees right now. And, you know, I will have to say, if you ever get a chance to visit Arizona, that you should do it, especially the Yuma area, because I have never in all my life experienced a climate that has air like Yuma does. You know, you're sitting around in the evening and you're just like, it's kind of like when the seasons change and you can smell spring. Hi Joan, welcome. And you just get this like euphoria because you can smell spring coming in the air. Well, this climate is like smelling spring in the air frequently. And it's really good for my husband for his allergies. He still has his allergy problems, but allergies in connection with his migraines. His migraines do much better here. And Arkansas, Alabama. Okay. And it just is very nice. Now, I was complaining about the dust that we've had since we got here. He goes, I said, it wasn't like this last year. And he goes, last year, our spot was off of a paved road. This year, our spot is off of a dirt road. And I went, oh, okay, that makes sense. Hi, April. Welcome, April. So I was done with my hashtag 50 stack challenge 6 for the paper sack and flashcard. And I was just yakking. And then Joan came in and April came in. And we have Monica here and Theresa Church here. I said Teresa's last name because she's a Theresa and I'm a Theresa. Yeah, so nice crowd. Thank you guys for visiting. But this hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 6 is a challenge that was hosted by Crafty Cat. And she's got some numbers after her name too, but if you search for Crafty Cat, CRAFTYCAT, and I'll put it in the description, you'll be able to find her channel. And she's got 2 or 3 different challenges going on right now, I think, or projects, maybe is a better way to say it. So again, thank you for visiting, and I hope that you all are doing well. And oh, Joan, I wanted to mention to you that on my walk the other day around the RV park, I saw so many Alberta license plates. So Joan, it is a trend for Canadians to a trend for you Canadians to come out here to Yuma, Arizona for the winter time. So just keep that in mind, Joan. And Truth, hear it. What's your name? Because I like to keep track of that if in case you come back and visit again. But hello and welcome. And I am not consistent. I'll just be straightforward. I'm not consistent with doing lives for a schedule. I am consistent with doing lives because I much prefer doing live than a recorded video. But sometimes I do them daily, like during December Ember, I did daily lives pretty much. And depends. Like right now, I'm trying to do Mondays for M is for Mondays. It's a collaboration. I like to do on the weekends. And I was going to do this collaboration yesterday, but then I got busy because I have my own business, and so I have a full-time job. And right now I'm learning how to use the application Notion, and that's taking up a lot of my time, but I'm having a lot of fun doing that too. I am a very eclectic type person. If you get to the point where you think you know me, next time around you're going to go, wait a minute, I thought she wasn't like that, or wait a minute, is that what she does, or something like that. My junk journaling style for the second part of your question, Truth, is very eclectic, and I mostly enjoy vintage grunge, and I like using a variety of mediums. So in my history is card making. So this is what I was doing 5 years ago. And I made so many that I still have a ton of these, as you can see. So I've got these out of my desk for when Easter comes. I told myself I'm going to start using these. But back to what my focus is now, is I like to use distressed inks. I like to use Tim Holtz stuff. I like to use sprays. I like to do gel printing. So I have some acrylic paints. And the thing is that this is my selection of acrylic paints right here. This is it. Now I do have a selection of gouache paints right here, but this is it. This is my collection. And the point is that because I am living in an RV, that I don't get carried away and have every color on the block, every brand, 50 million different brands. Oh, thank you. About the card making. I do go back to card making, but I don't make them like those anymore. Now I make them vintage type, um, a junk journal look of cards, and my clients really say they love them. Okay. I love making master boards. This is some of my mixed media stuff that I have in an envelope for backgrounds. I love to doodle. I do doodling. And so right now I'm doing collaborations. So whatever the collaboration is, like the prompt was a paper sack and a flashcard. So I had these paper sacks left over from I hear you, Monica. It's definitely a frame of mind that you have to adopt. And if you can't do that, then you're not a good fit for RV life. But this is from my Stampin' Up! Days that I had in my stash. And then these are some Tim Holtz, and these are from some digitals. And this is from the Louisa Heinzel. Hi, Diane. Welcome. Her moth kit, I think is what it's called. But yep, but I appreciate that idea, and you're making me think, even though I'm not saying more about it yet. Truth, what did you say your name was? I missed it. But in regards to your idea that I should get back to making cards and incorporate them into my junk journals, I think that's an excellent idea, actually. And yeah, I'm kind of getting tongue-tied because I'm thinking about it. Monica says she could do an RV, maybe pulling a big storage art room behind it. Oh, my husband would love you, Monica. It's enough for him to pull the trailer. Okay, you guys, it's been a lot of fun talking to you today, and I look forward to hearing if you do go. So Diane says she's lived in a bus for 3 years and will be going back to it in a few years. It's doable. Yes, it is. If you guys are interested ever in even just in traveling, take a look at my storage videos. I have storage videos that show you, okay, I'll just show you real quick. Not the whole video though. So the video shows one of my spaces, which is this, which is where I keep my shipping supplies and my stamps, some of my stamps, and the bottom thing has my Christmas stuff. And then I did another video that's a video, and I showed what it looks like when you walk into my craft room. So I've got just about everything that you guys have got, probably, but it's just not as extensive as what you have. So I hope that everything that I said was of value to you, and I hope that you will consider hitting that thumbs up for me, so that can help with my algorithms and that sort of thing. If you're already a subscriber, I want you to know that I sincerely appreciate you. And I did want to see something real quick while I was talking to you guys and there were people in here. I sincerely appreciate you. If you wanted to consider subscribing to my channel, that would be a blessing. Yeah, that's true. It is not. Being in an RV is not inexpensive. And so my business is I'm a virtual bookkeeper. And so with an expertise of property management, trust accounting. So that's what I do to support this lifestyle. And I wanted to mention, Joan, that I looked into Switcher Studio more. In fact, I can play with that for just a second. I want to see, supposedly I'm able to, yes, Joan, I don't know if you ever saw in one of my videos, but I said I didn't know if I could do that. Highlight a comment that somebody said with Switcher Studio. I can. So I was very excited to find that out. And I can also, where'd Joan go? Let's see, I'm looking for Joan in my comments on Switcher Studio. I can also, I was reading through how to invite you. Okay, there's Joan. And that's her comment. And I guess I'm not going to remember how to do this. When I star you, I'm not really sure what that does. But anyways, I'm real close. I'm this close. This close. Where's my fingers? I can't see them. I'll do it this way. So I'm this close to figuring out how to get a guest or 2 or 3 on my chat, my live chat. So stay tuned. I'm working hard on it. I just love it that I can do this now. I am such a weirdo that this kind of thing makes me happy. Oh, sorry, I need another Pepsi. So how often do I move around? About every 6 months. But like last year, we left Idaho in the beginning of October. We traveled for the whole month of October for a cross-country trip back east. And we came down along the bottom, I want to say, was it I-10? And stopped in Tennessee to visit Vanessa Clemens with Clemens Crafting Corner. Anyways, then we went to Texas, and we were going to spend the whole winter in Texas, in Onalaska, Texas, but the weather was unbearable, so we decided to come back here to Yuma, Arizona, and we'll leave here at the end of April and go back to Idaho in May, and then I'll get to see my brand new grandbaby for the first time. So Joan, we know that you will do an excellent job on your first live video, and Monica is right, you will do great. Okay, I'm going to quit playing with the highlighting of people's comments now because it might start to get annoying, but you know, it tickles me, you guys, I can't help it. So you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully. Don't forget to thumbs up.